Hurricane Melissa now weaker after its second landfall in Cuba, and we're starting to get a sense of just how bad the damage is. Thanks for joining us. I'm Paula Eben. Flooding from the hurricane is now being blamed for 25 deaths in Haiti and in Jamaica. 77% of that island is without power. We'll show you the damage we've seen so far in a moment. First, we begin with WBZ meteorologist Jason Michael on the storm's track right now. Jason?
It's been a very humbling situation happening down in the Caribbean, Paula, on this Wednesday afternoon. Not only are we still talking about Melissa, but Melissa is still a very strong and also a powerful hurricane at this point here. It has been downgraded from the Cat 5 that it made landfall for the first time as a Category 5 storm on the island of Jamaica yesterday. Then it moved across and also made another landfall earlier this morning in Cuba as a Category 3 storm. That is still considered to be major, okay? Now from the 11 a.m. advisory, let's look at some of the stats here. You can see max sustained winds right around that eye wall, still very powerful. The century mark there at 100 miles per hour is 150 miles south of the central Bahamas region as of right now. So that is going to be the next target region. Still a Cat 2 there. Pressure is bumping up hour by hour, which is great news. That means it's lessening its intensity there. And that forward motion is also picking up as well. Northeast movement roughly about 14 miles per hour. Now over the next 24 to 36 hours, look at this, okay, still likely to be maintaining that strength as a Category 2 storm, somewhere between about 95 and 100 and 105 miles per hour there. And as it moves closer to Bermuda later on in Thursday evening into the overnight, it's actually going to be downgrading further. Once that happens and starts to move up to the northeast, one of the major things that's actually going to happen in terms of our weather system is we're actually going to start to draw some moisture up from this on the north side, and that'll help to fuel a lot more of our rain chances for our Thursday as well. But looking at this on info right now, it still looks a very mean storm across the Caribbean. We'll talk much more about our rain chances that we are expecting between tomorrow and also on Friday, the trick-or-treating forecast, and how the first few days of November will fare across southern New England, Paula.
All right, we'll see you in a few. Jason, thanks so much. And the all clear has been given in Jamaica, but authorities say they don't even know how extensive the damage is yet. Jason Allen of CBS is in Old Harbor, Jamaica, with a look at the conditions when the storm hit.
Dangerous flooding filled streets in southeast Cuba Wednesday morning as Hurricane Melissa barrels north. The devastation in Jamaica is starting to become clear. Cars are underwater. Many homes have turned into piles of rubble. Buildings still standing are flooded. And officials say rescue efforts for at least 3 families were stopped due to unsafe conditions.
The parish of St. Elizabeth is underwater.
When the slow-moving Category 5 storm made landfall Tuesday afternoon, wind gusts topping 200 miles per hour and torrents of rain violently lashed the island. Video captured roofs and debris whipping across the town of Black River. Some residents sheltered inside a hospital as shutters and electrical lines tore through the parking lot. That clinic suffered structural damage and doesn't have power, along with more than 530,000 Jamaicans. Prime Minister Andrew Holness told CBS News.
There's scarcely any building or infrastructure that would escape without some form of damage.
Holness declared the island a disaster area. More than 15,000 people are in shelters across the country.
We have budgeted and we have prepared a certain level of response, but a Category 5 would require support from the international community.
We were around Kingston this morning and the power is on there. There's also fuel available there. That is very good news when it comes to opening the airport sooner rather than later, something that's absolutely going to be necessary for getting aid teams and assistance here into the country. Jason Allen, CBS News, Old Harbor, Jamaica.
Relief teams are trying to get to the hardest hit spots in Jamaica, and WBZ's Penny Commit spoke with one of them.
The damage is catastrophic.
Roofs torn off buildings and businesses flattened. Jamaicans now grappling with the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa.
Jamaica's gone through what I can call one of its worst periods.
That whole communities are submerged underwater, that there's been extensive flooding, landslides.
Jess Sharman is in Kingston, Jamaica, with the Mattapoisett nonprofit All Hands and Hearts. Her 3-person team arrived before the hurricane made landfall, spending days sheltered in a hotel, ready to provide emergency aid the moment it was safe.
We came in knowing that we were coming into an incoming hurricane. We didn't know it was going to be a Cat 5 when we got on the plane.
Today, Sharman's team is headed to St. Elizabeth's Parish, an area Jamaican Minister of Local Government described as underwater.
St. Elizabeth is the breadbasket of the country, and that has taken a beating.
With the difficulties with flooding and landslides, we could get quite stuck.
Sharman's focus now, getting clean water and hygiene kits to Jamaicans who lost everything and staying as long as she's needed.
All of the essential items are going to be needed at a very large scale. So just really feeling for the communities that have been directly affected, and our thoughts are with them, and we just want to be able to get out there and do whatever we can as soon as we can.
If you'd like to help, All Hands and Hearts is asking for financial support and say they may be looking for volunteers after assessing the extent of the damage. I'm Penny Commit, WBZ News.
Stay with WBZ and CBS News Boston for updates as we learn more about the damage from the storm and the relief efforts underway.